Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed with me, BringItDon. Let's continue exploring the Sand Sea. And we'll go south.
Yeah.
There are enemies all around. There are red dots in every direction.
You made us in the dark!
What you got, buddy? Oh. Good job, team. Alright, Wilfred's map. Map of the Shadowscarp region with assorted field notes. The writer has filled the pages with pressed leaves, flowers, and stems.
Yeah.
And once we find a fast travel point, whether it be a camp or just a regular waypoint, we'll travel back to Paradise and turn in that part of the quest.
In the eyes!
We've got company!
Out! Good one! Good fighting.
Oh, there's a whole load of them up here.
Invaders in the garden! Big on your left here!
To your left!
The hunter!
Now let y'all calm down.
I won't let him through! Left leg! Nice!
Before I forget, let's eat some food and get some essence back.
Yeah.
Alright, doesn't seem hostile. Actually, that's for the quest of it. One last drink. A pretty area.
You got the right idea, brother.
Oh, we do have a point. I guess unbreakable. Oh, can I get reflect? Let's do that. So a perfectly timed block with a shield or wand reflects arrows and similar projectiles back at the attacker. That'll come in handy. Alright, then we got the Sapphire Eye. Grants fickle winds. Critical hits deal high random accumulation. An Eye of Sapphire eagerly perceives the ever-changing tides of your mind. And Trickster's Gloves, that's quite the description. Item bonus plus 1% critical hit chance, and Fatal Misdirection plus 25% critical damage. A Benedetta, a mountain dwarf from Old Valia, had these gloves made to enhance her already notable abilities as a thief and cipher. In her time in her home city of Penkenze, Benedetta did jobs for a number of notable individuals, including the city's Contessa. Alright, we've read a lot of this already. It's really just the first sentence that was different. And at the end, these gloves assured that if sudden fighting did break out, she'd be able to end it as quickly as it began.
Yeah.
What, like it's hard?
Hey, something's wrong here, so I'm gonna save and reload.
Hey there, brother. You here for a dip? Or we can get right to business. 'Cause a glint in your eye says you're here for a reason.
I like this guy. Do you know a man named Ngunu?
Sure do. About 5 or 6 of them. Can't swing a dead seagull back in Rawatai without hitting a Nagunu. You get a crew together, you're bound to have 1 or 2. Why, back when I was in the Navy, I once served on a ship where everyone was named Nagunu but me. Started calling myself Nagunu just to feel included. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Yes.
So here's what I'm thinking. You'll have been to Thirdborn by now. Anyone who comes here goes there. And knowing my old captain, he'd have said hello. And last I saw him, he said something about wanting a reunion drink, so, you know. It's been a long time coming. You talked to the others yet?
I'm still working on Kowa.
You might be doing that for a while. He's out there, friend. Way out there. Like shark's teeth out there.
What sent him so far from town?
Man's scared to death of the Dream Scourge. Can't blame him, but a Zarap'll kill you just as dead as the plague. And they'll rip you into 100 pieces doing it. Me? I'd rather turn into a mushroom or whatever it is happens to a dream thrall.
Speaking of the Dream Scourge, aren't you a bit exposed out here?
I like being exposed.
Oh, you and I could be great friends, Tawe.
We'd have to find you a stepladder. But I'm not saying no. Anyway, it's those Adiran soldiers you gotta watch out for. No offense.
I haven't made it out to Ranga yet.
Doubt you'll be making it back with her either. She's convinced the captain's trying to kill her. I can't say I understand why. Our last deal went south, but that wasn't anybody's fault. Sometimes things fall off the back of a boat. Doesn't mean somebody pushed.
Or it could mean they chose not to tie him down well enough.
Shit happens at sea, you know. Anyway, it'll be good to see the others again. Even if it ends up being the last time.
Why do you all drift apart? The captain said you abandoned him.
Well, you know how it is. Captain says one thing, maybe we say another. Maybe we had a deal go sideways. Maybe it was politics. Maybe the deal was also kind of politics. See, old Captain likes an empire. Loves all the pomp and circumstance. Ranga, though. Nothing gets her madder than people thinking anyone could be born to wear a crown.
Well, nothing divides like politics, I suppose.
So, I'll see you back in Thirdborn.
I wouldn't be caught dead anywhere else.
Tell him to show his appreciation by buying us around. I could use it.
Wouldn't be caught dead anywhere else. Ominous words.
The oasis belongs to us all. Enjoy it, brother.
I didn't like that guy. What a character.
adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rules and charters. They will steal our...
You're back! What have you found?
Wolfrith is dead. At least he made good progress on Shatterscarp.
Ah, poor Wilfrid. A keen eye for botany. He loved to write about the plants he found. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
I don't remember finding this. Where do we find this at? I thought maybe the sword that we found on that cliff face would have been unique, but I'm pretty sure it just said exceptional sword. By the way, grant Soul Reaver. Power attack kills restore 10% of your maximum essence, and emotional. Hits deal plus 10% bonus fire damage against enemies above 50% maximum health. Hits deal plus 10% bonus frost damage against enemies below 50% maximum health. Nearly 3 centuries ago, during one of Rawatai's many minor conquests, the Berserker Kangada wielded this razor-sharp greatsword in battle for her Ranganui. Victory after victory did she earn as countless opponents fell to her passionate rage and cold battle focus alike. After months of fighting, the conquest was successful as Rawatai's borders grew once more. Kangada enjoyed a few weeks of peace with her reputation as a fearsome war hero, ensuring that she would never want for drink. This peace quickly turned into boredom, however. The thrill of the fight was all Kangada really knew, and all that she truly yearned for. With a handful of like-minded warriors, Kangada left her homeland behind to work as a mercenary in foreign lands, until her inevitably violent death. Inevitably violent death reads weird to me. Sorry, I've been sitting here thinking about it. Inevitable violent death? Maybe? Inevitably violent death doesn't sound right.
I'm just gonna say it. I regret eating the cheese you stole from Marius.
The only thing I regret is the noises my stomach made afterwards. You want to split the rest? I really shouldn't eat it all myself.
I thought you'd never ask.
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk. Always a pleasure. Oh, you might know this, Marius.
I might.
How do you get dust stains out of your clothes?
Just wear clothes that won't be ruined by dust stains.
Wonderful advice for the future, dearie. However, I still have a dust stain on my pants.
Right. Grind up some bone slate, squeeze a few hemp flowers into it, and rub it into the stain like you're trying to start a fire.
I'm glad we arrived at a real answer, finally. Thank you, darling. You're a delight as always.
You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask.
Alright, you offered to teach me. I'm ready to learn.
Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education. If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an animancer, now is the time.
Alright, I want to learn about how you stand up for yourself with an ironclad will.
Gladly. You should have seen my thesis defense. I called the governor an intellectual void, an ooze in the form of man. Now, let's begin. You, drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention?
I was hanging on your every word.
Really? What's the last thing I said?
You drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention?
Well, aren't you the clever one? No harm done, of course. I don't mind if you catch a few winks. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out. That's all I have to teach you for now. I'll chime in if anything else comes to mind.
It sounds like Governor Vidara might end your banishment.
Yes, and now I have to decide for myself if that's something I want. When he told me to leave, I was heartbroken, but also excited. Some animancers thrive in a structured environment. That's never been my way.
Maybe you've outgrown Fior Averno.
Or maybe I never learned to live within its limitations. Who knows? Thank you for speaking to Ignacy on my behalf. Whether or not I choose to return, it matters that I can.
How are you holding up?
Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home is under attack by the acolytes of an insane witch god. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Averno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work.
Why is that?
The Dream Scourge? Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing.
Do you ever stop and think that you're more than your work?
Of course. I've heard that one before. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse. Not before I've done some reading.
Alright, +2 resolve. How are my stats looking?
Look at those stars. They always seem brighter out here.
How well do you know Naoki and Hasui's squad?
I'd never met Naoki. Hasui arrived a few months before I left Thirdborn. I knew their squad mates better. Uriki was a ship's carpenter with the Rawatine Navy years ago. Came from a military family, but she never saw much combat herself. Manu was a deckhand on a pirate ship. Stopped in Thirdborn with his crew to resupply and never left. I don't think piracy suited him. Kiri, he was a sweet kid. Born shipboard to a mercenary captain who left him here and never came back. For the longest, I thought that was for the best.
I'm sorry you lost your friends, Kai.
Me too. Most of all, I'm sorry I wasn't here to better prepare them.
This wasn't your fault. They just weren't ready.
because there weren't enough seasoned soldiers to train them. The Thirdborn's in dire straits if they're sending people like this out to patrol. I'll be here if you need me.
I have a moment to talk. Right. What do you need? Right. Change it. Until next time.
Oh, we had the icon saying that two companions wanted to talk, but... Well, I guess Kai had some dialogue. But it really just seemed like Yada. That's alright. Let's head over here. We'll head north and possibly a little west, depending on how far north we make it.
Knives and shadows! In the brush! Sword devour! Tear it apart!
Next one's mine. Yatsley, remind me not to make you mad.
Alright, well, we found some ruins. That's always exciting. Oh, I should have checked for equipment upgrades while we were in camp. I'm pretty sure my shield isn't maxed out. My armor may not be either.
This... Just one measly dungeon. How bad can it be?
No, Dario. I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich? You're gonna kill us all. Wow's eyes. Who are you?
You just admitted to theft and murder.
Hey, first of all, we only bled that merchant a bit. Still quite alive when we left him.
I don't like this, Dario. This is how we get ourselves killed. First you said we should come to the Living Lands, and I went with you.
Stealing from that merchant was your idea, though. And credit where credit is due. It was a solid one.
Now you want me to break into some dungeon full of traps? I've had it.
Kuta bow. If it bothered you that much, you should have said so.
Kutabao. A Rautan expletive similar to darn it. Enough. Hand over what you took from the merchant.
You want them? Fine, have them.
What are you doing? Don't just give it away.
You want to die? That's your problem. I don't. I'm done being a criminal.
Alright, Dario's sack of jeweled eggs. The small brown sack contains an assortment of gaudily, overdecorated, ornate-looking baubles, each made to look like an egg. And same description for both.
Don't worry, we're not sticking around for long. Don't worry, we're not sticking around for long.
Could have been legends.
Could have been.
Look out there!
Wait!
Make mistake! That one.
Yeah.
Something tells me the Godless didn't bar that door.
It won't be the godless that opened it. Well, maybe a little bit, since my character used to be a godless in a previous life.
You take lead.
On your right.
Nice! Did I not parry one of the attacks and he just kept swinging?
Watch your step. This land has bled finer warriors than us.
One of these days I'm gonna really pay for accidentally dashing to the side instead of jumping straight up. One of these days, but not today. I don't know if this is going to be worth it. Doesn't look like that goes anywhere, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, the Agate Eye. Grants enigmatic shield. Activating a level 15 or level 20 ability grants a plus 5% damage reduction for 10 seconds. And I have a gate to witness your strength of arms and force of will.
This looks like it could fit in that artifact we found, actually. Let's try it out.
Well, this was convenient. Was not expecting a dungeon here, but it does seem like there's, what, one dungeon per area? As we had the spider dungeon in the first... Yeah, I think it was just the spider dungeon in the first area, then we had the dungeon where we found the steel groat in the second. Well, no, we had two. Or three. Second area. Because we had where we fought the Blight, there was a combination of multiple souls. We had the Rebellion Cave, and then we had the Steel Groat Cave. There may have been more. But either way, we haven't found a lot of dungeons in this area so far. We had the mines and this Sand Sea Ruins so far. Oh, and that dungeon right here. That's right. By the way, I'm going to call it here, and next time we'll enter the Sand Sea Ruins. So for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.